Hello and welcome back again. So today again we're doing something else, which is going to be step 125, which is going to be making a keyless car even better. So also I plan to do the data structure arrays as well. Might as well do that. So I'm going to do both of these. Let's get going and I'll see you in a bit. Where prompt what
Welcome back. What's given to functions? Remember it, I'm saying function is going to be called say hello. And
oh, we didn't function.
And again, we only get hello because, well, again, we have to call that function. So I say bye.
Okay, welcome back. So, I've been messing around with this for quite a bit. Basically, I've got the gist. There are just bits and bobs that don't seem to be fully working out. So basically, we have, variable, what is your age, and then we have the function, check driver age, prompt, what is your age, and then, if we have check driver age, prompt comes up, what is your age, we put it in, lovely things. And then we were able to do that with, well, we were basically able to do that with the variables. Here it is coming up with prompt what is your age, and we were told to do it with the, what even is this, the console, but it just doesn't look right to me. But maybe it is what needs to come up. But it just seems a bit strange. Anyways, I think it needs to look like that, to be honest. But so I kind of left that part, and then that meant that we had both of the sections done, and then we had the bonus one, in which we had to specify also if the number check driver age is above 18, then return or at 92, power on, enjoy your ride. And I mean, I've done it, but it does not seem like it's liked it for some reason, and I'm not certain why. So it didn't, you know, give me an error, which means that it was partially right, but it wasn't, you know, working properly. And here, it's just not liking it for some reason. So I think I'm just better off looking at the actual solution and, you know, seeing what's going on. Sorry for my little sister, she's a bit in the mood. God. Anyway, variable if okay, give me one moment, I'll be back. Hello and welcome back. So after looking a bit into what I've done and what I could, you know, improve from solutions, where I could have gone a bit wrong, I checked it and I've basically figured out where I've gone wrong. So basically, we had this sort of scenario in the, you know, my first attempt, but, you know, obviously this one has, you know, more options that weren't really required, you know, for, you know, these criteria what we had laid out, but obviously it's, you know, good to have. And then we needed to have the function, and we did have this for the check. I'll just copy it, actually it's a bit long. And I'll rather just do it that way, and then check driver range. And this is where it gets a bit interesting. So first of all, what I've done is, here you see I've got this bracket, or this, you know, like sign, but this sign actually should only close at the very end, which means that I need to have it close all the way over here, because I did not have it close over here. I just closed basically right after, you know, this first function section. I have had an alert, you know, popping up that I shouldn't have done because I wasn't requesting, you know, the age. So now that solves that issue. Another issue I have had is that I needed, you know, the age to be linked to the function somehow. So the way about doing that is by putting a variable having the like name of it be age, and having that equal to, and this is, you know, quite interesting because I didn't know you could do this, that you could have a function, you could have a prompt inside of a variable inside of a function, because that's what we're going to be doing right now. So we have a prompt of what is your name, and question mark there. And this means that our age variable should be converted into a number. Then we obviously close this one off, and let's double check. So we have the function, check driver range, you know, we're activating, you know, like having that as an action, and then that one will finish over here, and then afterwards we have f number of age as that. So this should all be good. So if I press enter, that's undefined, as it should be. Now if we paste this in, so check driver age, and we put in, for instance, the age of, well actually no, we don't have to put anything in here. If we just enter this, it will come up with the prompt, and if we write in 12, Sorry, you are too young to be driving a car. This car powering off. And that's amazing, isn't it? So now we can do that for every single age group. So if we are 98, powering on, enjoy your ride, amazing. I'm quite happy that this is working finally. Took quite a bit of time. So this is making the powering sequence work. And then, well, this is basically to do with, you know, the first and kind of the bonus part, but it still needs a bit, you know, for us to get to the bonus part. Now, with the variable, I haven't actually touched this one, you know, like getting it to work properly. So let me do a bit of schematic on what I think it should look like, and we will test if it works, and you know, we'll see how it goes. So give me a second. So in theory, this should do the same, but I will bet you that it probably won't. But let's see. Yes, no. So it's not liking which part? Let's see. Function. So it's not liking this part. This is actually quite nice. It's telling you unexpected token, this bracket. So my hypothesis is maybe we don't need that bracket for it to, you know, recognize that. Nope. Doesn't like this one now, but we need that. Okay, so we have check driver age. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the solutions. Just a quick one. Variable check driver age. So we don't need the bracket. The function has the action bracket. Okay. So if we leave that now and we come back here and we give the function, and let me think why that is. Because the function is now like the object. I think that is the reason why we give the brackets to the function and not the name. Yes. So now, if let's call that age 2, and your function, okay, enter, and we have check driver age 2, enter, that comes up. Now, with that one, I think we need to have it such a way that we write the number inside, so let's say 34, and maybe, possibly maybe this will give us a they ask what is your name? Am I dumb? Okay. No, okay. So first of all, why am I asking them the name? It's not their name, it's their age. Anyway, but I think yes. Okay, so let me clear all of this. So what have we gotten so far? Well, we have the function, and this should be what is your age, right? So this is the one. That's the function, and we can write and we can do check driver age, like so. We can write in 3, and so come with sorry, and then we can have this one. What is your age? So this is variable and the name of the variable, and then function with the action. So we're recalling the function, and that is this. And if that's good, then we should automate it. Anyway, here it is. If we have this one now, yep. Did I just ruin it? No, that is good. No, that's good. So I just entered it. Okay. What is your age? We write in 18. Congratulations on your first year of driving. Amazing. Which means that we have got both of these figured out. With some assistance, but we have them figured out. Then, lastly, let's clear this a bit. Bonus, instead of using the prompt, now only use console log and make the check driver age function accept an argument of age, so that if enter that. So basically here we didn't even need, you know, this path for our work, but now we do. So how do we make this into check driver age? No, console log. I think maybe if we just write in console log here, that will change it, but we will have to see. And now if we write in check driver age and we put in 92, maybe, hopefully, nope. Okay, so what did we not like? Log. You're kidding me, I didn't put the dot in. Oh, bloody hell. Dot. And then, what is your age? Okay, so it shouldn't be coming up with what is your name. It should be telling me my, you know, relating to do with my age. Okay, let's clear this. And we have this. Console.log. What is your age? And if do we need to specify that's a console log? Because in theory that maybe that does it, because in theory we don't need it as an alert. find. Okay, I think we're gonna have to look at the solutions again for this one. Just trickier. Driver. Okay. Okay, so I see. So we have this. Oh well, they've done it with the function one. Well, I'm trying to do it with the variable one. So, oh, I think I know, maybe. If I do it like this, possibly, which means that what's inside of the function is age. Maybe. If not, I'll try to do it with the function version. Nope. Okay, so if I try to do it with the function version, which is this, except we have function, and then we have check driver age, and then we have, what do we have? We have age there, so check driver age, function, yeah. So then we have age, and then that's where I was supposed to do it then. And then we have the F, and we don't even need this line. And then check driver age, and we have 2. I see. I see. Yeah, so that's that. But yeah, because here for the first one we had F, that, but we had variable age, prompt what is your age, but oh, I see, we don't need that part because we are already telling it, so we don't need any prompts. I see, okay, that makes sense. So that was a bit complicated. Yeah, well, I guess, yeah, like, it is tricky, like, I can admit, because, like, always I'm being told, like, the ways of going about things, but, you know, for instance, I wasn't really told I could have, you know, like a message instead of a prompt, with variant, with you know, name, with a name inside of a function, inside of another variable, and stuff like that. Which, looking back at it, makes sense. So hopefully, well, not hopefully, but maybe I'll retry this again with a clean brain, so that I can see if I could do it, you know, off heart. But it does make sense, and I understand it now, so that's good. So, I mean, let's get that kind of done. We will move on to the next one, and we'll see how that goes. And I'll keep this in mind that this is not my strongest suit for the moment, but obviously will improve. And basically, me not having much knowledge of JavaScript at all, to me having all of this random stuff, with all these, you know, ifs and variants and functions and prompts and alerts and everything, yeah, it is a bit complex. So, I mean, I got to admit, but that's life. So I will move on to the next step, which is data structures arrays. So that should be fun. Let's get going. Okay, so welcome back. So, in this episode, we learned about creating lists using arrays. So, on the right hand side, or at least my right hand side, you can see we have a variable of list, and we use these square brackets, which allows us to create an array. So, that allowed us to have all of the arrays in there. So we have tiger, cat, bear and bird, and we have why is that like that? I think I know why, because I've been messing around with it basically. So we have tiger, cat, bear and bird, and then we can do such things like list.shift, which allows us to move one out, like one off of the list basically. So one up and tiger is taken out of the list. Then we can list pop, and then that meant that we could actually pop the last one off. So shift takes the first one off, pop takes the last one off, and then we could push, which meant that we could add a new array to the end. So then we had cat, bear and elephant. Then we could add multiple with list dot concat, which we added b and bear, which we added to the end, and then we could use a list.sort, but because we didn't actually define what the new concat would be, when we sorted it, it discarded this one and used the original list, or up to this point. So basically we have made a new variable, and variable of my list, mean cat, bear, elephant, bee and deer. And then this is the way to do it with a concat, by saying variable my new list, and then my list dot concat, and then we added a monkey, and then my list is the originals, my new list has monkey at the end, and when we sorted it, it went into alphabetical order. So basically that was it. Let me just double check, just give me one moment, but I'm fairly certain that there wasn't much to it. Obviously this was still, you know, complex and whatnot, but to be honest, I found this more, you know, not easy but easier than, for instance, the previous one, which was a bit difficult. So, and one last thing that I have I didn't forget to mention, but I did. Anyway, basically it's that we can add multiple different variables to these. So for instance, we can have well, it's going to be quite a way up, but we can have all sorts of things in our variables, which is, for instance, we have our mixed list. We can have you know, actual like words, we can have numbers, we can have like, I'm not too certain of the names of these, to be honest, but we have undefined, true, we can have functions, so we can actually have actual functions in there. So if we looked at our mixed list, mixed list, then you can actually see that we actually have our function of apple in there, and everything else is, you know, all different. But it's not really recommended to have them all in one, all mixed together, because of performance issues. Well, not issues, but you know, it probably performs better if they're all separate. And yeah, fun thing. So that's that one. And as it is getting quite late, I'll leave it at that for today. But hope you enjoyed. If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, whatnot, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.